So this person writes this post. What sort of sexual past do you want in a man you date? And so I kind of just wanted to read the comments on this one. But what I've noticed and what I've kind of encountered from my own experience and then also from just like observing and learning about relationships is that ones you don't have to tell them. And so it's like, especially in those dating phases, it's like sometimes it's best to just not talk about your sexual past. Because it's like if you say something like you've been with a ton of people, she can be turned off by that. If you say you've been with no people, then it's always just some kind of judgment usually associated with it. Obviously, it depends on the person with that judgment statement, but for the most part, it just gets you in trouble more than anything. So just be aware of that. And also, I've noticed that women are attracted to a guy who has options. And so those guys that are, sexually active or have a reputation for being successful with women, those are oftentimes the guys that women choose. So let's get into the post. Asking for advice. Sorry, forgot. If Flair, I'm 25-year-old man. I think women I'm trying to talk all judge me for having a current friends with benefits. No, probably because you're insecure about it and and that's probably a bigger contributor to you not having success. That you're unsure, you're not certain, you're not saying, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I have friends with benefits. That's what I'm doing in my life, and you don't also know that it's like, well, you don't really have an obligation. You're not in like an exclusive relationship with somebody you're just dating or whatever. So it's like dating multiple people is a pretty common practice. And it's kind of a similar situation when you are dating someone and then you have a friends with benefits. Even women who I find out are still talking to their exes. What am I supposed to be doing sexually if I can't find a woman to date? Well, you got a friends with benefits hookup going on. So should I be a 25-year-old virgin? So what is this friends with benefits if you're not hooking up? I don't necessarily get it. You maybe kiss or something? Because I thought women didn't want that. It's like you're really diving into this, and when you do this, when you're totally uncertain, when you're seemingly a little bit insecure, women are going to pick up on that, and that vibe you give off is going to be the thing that turns her off, not that you're hooking up with another person, you've had sex one time kind of deal. It's like that's not going to be it at all. Yeah. But they so don't want to have sex with a bunch of random women. Okay, and they also don't seem to want me to have friends with benefits. And it's also what you're doing is you're just going along with them. So they're going to test you and see how you're strong and see if you own yourself. So they're going to do something like bring up an objection like, oh, you have friends with benefits and that's bad. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't do that. And what you're doing is you're coming unglued. And when you can't resist her and you basically just say, oh, I'm bad, and you don't own yourself, that shows that you're not really strong. You're not really masculine. And that's probably what she's doing by bringing this up. She's seeing how you will react, and how you're reacting now is weak. And that's going to turn her off. Instead, don't say it's not really, that's kind of my business on who I'm dating. And you don't have to tell her. And then another option would be just saying, yeah, I have friends with benefits. What's your point? And just owning that and not being apologetic for it. So which is it? No, it's not any of those things that you're saying. It's like you're trying to pinpoint it logically on why does she feel this way towards me? Why don't women like me? But what you're really doing is you're communicating weakness, even though you don't realize it, in the fact that you're not owning what you're doing. You're not owning that, yes, I have friends with benefits and so what? Or you're not owning your life and your own opinions. Not necessarily opinions, but your own kind of actions that you're taking and the life you're living. You're not owning that. What sort of sexual past should a guy have ideally? It's not about that at all, dude. It's about you showing up and being strong. And it's like the sooner you can shift that, the sooner you'll get results. So fundamentals for free in the description. Other ones are paid. Same link. And I'll see you on the next video.